because I had mom calling and saying, can somebody rescue millet? Can someone rescue the millet? It's being rained on. Which place would you rather live in? In a place where it rains any time of day, or in a place where you have to wait for rain and keep on praying every day that it rains? That's my predicament today and actually this whole week. Right now it's before 1 p.m. So it's still in the morning hours. We are in our homestead in a highland area, which means a lot of rain during the year. And this is the month of September, and we woke up, and part of the joy we had was that today we'll be able to spread out millet, sorghum, cassava, which we've been taking in and out of the house every day, and it has not dried. So today we woke up, the skies were blue, and we were very, very excited because we were like, oh, today our cereals will be dry enough for us to shell them, prepare them, and take them to the milling place so that we can grind them into flour, because a week has passed before we eat millet ugali. And if a week passes for somebody from my community where ugali is like a staple food, then you can say that there is trouble. So come along with me on this journey. For those who are new here, welcome, welcome. For returning viewers, thank you for coming back. My name is Eileen. I usually come here to talk about homesteading. So in this channel, the heritage homesteads, we talk about everything that happens within a homestead, from food choices, from growing our food, from taking care of people who live within homesteads, and especially the elderly people. And we also talk about new technologies that are coming into villages, village homes, African village homes, and how they are being welcomed or how they are being kept away. We also talk about our cultural practices, cultural traditions, and how applicable they are in the modern world. So we look at the positives and the negatives. We look at cultures that have been left behind, abandoned. And to do that, we talk about the reasons for that. But back to today's episode. A week has passed before we eat millet ugali. And if a week passes for somebody from my community where ugali is like a staple food, then you can say that there is trouble, because people will start saying, oh, we've not eaten for so many days. Of course, they've been eating other foodstuffs, but for them, if they've not eaten ugali, like for a whole day, 2 days, and for us now, tomorrow will be a week, then they'll start complaining that they've not eaten. And I see that coming because today we spread out the millet, sorghum, and cassava. We did that around 11 a.m. because that time the sky was blue and there was a lot of sunshine. We put them out and continued with our other life, cleaning the house, cleaning dishes, and doing everything else, assuming that after lunch we would go outside and shell the cereals. Or then there was a surprise, because I had mom calling and saying, can somebody rescue the millet? Can someone rescue the millet? It's being rained on. So I ran outside, and for sure there was a drizzle. Yes, there was a drizzle on the cereals that we've been trying to dry for a whole week, because we've been taking them out like 1 hour. It rains, we bring them back. So that sets us back so many steps, because even mom was like, oh, I was going to shell the millet today so that we have flour to cook ugali. Now that's not possible. That's not possible because we are now like 10 steps behind because whatever had dried has now been rained on. And it's so hard to shell millet when it's wet. So you cannot take it to the portion mill, which means that we have to continue timing this 1 hour sunshine throughout the week and also be sure not to let it be rained on. Otherwise, if it gets rained on, that will set us back like 20 days. And you can imagine if we go that long without eating, what's going to happen. So right now, as you can see, the far hill, there's a lot of rain. It's raining all the way here. As you can see, our balcony is very wet because it's raining. The animals are mooing. The cows have been taken back to their shed. So it's like whenever it rains, then we have to run around, we have to dash and rescue everything. Take the animals in, take the food crops in. If there are clothes that we had washed and hung outside, we have to run helter-skelter, rescuing everything. I know we are in the month of September, and most of the parts of Kenya, especially in the arid and semi-arid areas, I know people there, if you hear me complain about too much rain, you're going to be like, hey, what's wrong with people in the highlands? You're getting rain and you're complaining. No, I'm not complaining. I'm just stating a fact. You know, the type of disruption that rain brings about. Rain is good in that when we have rain, it means we can do a lot. Like now, it's the food cultivation season, it's the planting season. Actually, we are moving towards the weeding season. And yesterday, we were talking about this with a friend, and they were like, oh, you know, I'm so grateful the way the weather knows when to rain and when to stop raining, because they were like, it stopped, gave people enough time to plant. The people who planted earlier, they are now ready to weed, which means that if it rains, not too much rain, but just enough rain to soften the ground, then it makes it very easy for them to weed for the crops. So on one part, I am complaining about the rain, but for people who've already planted, as you can see, we've not planted. What we have in the garden are the regular or natural crops. This year we are a bit late in planting, and there are reasons for that. So that's why maybe part of the reason why I'm able to complain about rain. Otherwise, if I was looking down at the field and seeing our germinated crops, then maybe I would be like, oh, it's so nice, it's raining. Even now, I am very, very grateful because as you can see, we have a lot of food crops still out in the field. You can see, I don't know if you can see the bananas from here. We have a lot of avocado trees, pawpaw trees. We have the sugarcane there. We have some vegetables which are not easy to see from this far. And we have a lot of fruit trees and regular trees. I don't know if you can see our mango tree. It has flowered quite a lot. So we'll be following that as it grows. I'll be telling you about it. You can see our sugarcane has grown quite well. And hidden on this other side, in front of that tree, we have a small garden with passion fruits. And we have a lot of herbs, lemon tea. On the lower side, we have spring onions or green onions. We have lemon trees and many other vegetables which usually grow whenever it rains. So yeah, to an extent, I'm grateful that it's raining. Only that today it caught me off guard, and I was like, oh yes, rain is good, but sometimes it can disrupt things that you are planning to do. Like if you run out of clothes and you need to dry them out in the sun, and then it keeps on raining. You want to eat ugali, and the best ugali is cooked from cereals which are very dry, like the millet, the sorghum. Even if it's ugali made out of maize or corn flour, you still need it very dry for the ugali to be cooked the right way. Otherwise, if the maize or the millet or the sorghum, cassava are not dry enough, then you can tell when you are eating. And if it's not well cooked, then you are not going to enjoy it. So for today, and see what the weather brings for us. Maybe if it stops raining, I might be able to get out of the house, go out there and bring you a new story. So for now, watch the next video here and stay tuned as I'll keep on bringing you new stories from our homestead, new stories as they unfold. So sometimes it will be one episode per week, but if something happens in between and I feel that I need to tell you about it, I need to show you, then I'll come online. So keep on checking the Heritage Homesteads channel for more information, for more stories about what's going on in our rural homestead within the Kenyan highlands. So I'll continue to bring you stories about food production, our homestead being a retreat for elderly parents, and also how to document stories which are unfolding or your family stories. So click below if you have a question, ask it, and I will respond. For now, it's a goodbye. Until next time, bye-bye.